Purchase your tracks today.
Oh my God.
Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you here with me. My name is Gadarian, and we are day 2 of the HLL Spring Seasonal, sponsored by the Wolves of War, WTH. We've got an exciting match set up for you tonight. TriRex, which is a North American squad, going against the CSP group. These guys are, let me get this correct, they are a Czechoslovakian group. So Sainte-Marie-du-Mont will be our match map. And we're roughly, right around the start time. We've got 99 in server. Once again, I generally tend to go through the strong points. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pull up the map. US side, as you can see at the top, will be the CSP group, and down in the southern half, TriRex will be coming from the German side. I'm just going to go across the mid, which is Dugout, AA Network, and Pierre's Farm. We played this on Friday Night Fights a couple days ago, and Pepper and I have talked about this map quite a bit, and it's probably one of the most balanced maps. It's ideal for competition. Everybody seems to enjoy the way this plays out. There's a little bit of infantry, there's long range, there's close quarter combat fighting. The tankers get to have their fun because there's open fields, yet there's hard cover and concealment. Artillery gets to do their job and just smash basically everything that's open, because in addition to all these trenches, there's just some busted up buildings. There's not too much cover, so artillery is going to be a big factor, like it is pretty much in every single match. In terms of impact players, let me just pull this down. I'm actually going to why don't we just jump in game and just take a quick look-see. And let's just pull up. Let's just see the players who we've got. We've got the commander for, and I'm just going to run through the allied side. Actually, you know what? They're allies now, but when we flip, they're going to be Axis. So Sneaky will be the commander for the TriRex squad. Recognize a lot of the players from Friday Night Fights, Hammer Time. Muck is obviously a good shooter. I'm going to be running with the artillery, basically with Soap. Soap's a solid guy. Now we've got the BSQ group, which joined up, and I believe I want to say there's some other, there's one other group, the DKB squad. Not too familiar with them, but looking forward to getting to know these guys. So that pretty much rounds out the Axis side, so that when we switch. Now, don't know much about the Slavic team, or Czechoslovakian team, excuse me. Just based on their time in game, we have a nice little spread. We've got some veteran players, some 246 numbers, some, Dalman is a 242. But I am seeing a lot of young guys in here, 31 and 67. But, don't let that fool you, because there's a lot of guys that have come from other games. CSGO, I know TL has a guy who's just an amazing player, a guy named Chicken Waffles, and he's only been in the game for a month, and he made it to the impact players, top players for the Friday Night Fights, and those guys play against the best competition in all hell let loose. So, it's very misleading, and I don't think TriRex is taking this team lightly. So I'm looking forward to having a competitive match, a hell of a fight. So anyway, we'll just pull this down, and you know what? Until we go live, I'm not going to bore you guys with this scene. So we'll head back out and get back into the. So there were quite a few matches yesterday. There are 3 on the slate Sunday today, but we had, I believe, 5 other matches, and I didn't get an opportunity to review these things in any kind of length, so I can't really comment much. That's what I'm probably going to be doing on Monday and Tuesday. So I'll break down film and I'll watch a lot of the POVs, and then what I like to do around midweek, hopefully Wednesday if things are good, or Thursday the latest, is just kind of do like a recap of like all the highlights that have happened. And with that said, guys, I couldn't even get into it. I was going to talk about how the 91st PZG GR3 38th Infantry versus the STDB. Both German teams. It was an absolute thriller. I'm looking forward to going back and rewatching that, or not rewatching, but watching it for the first time. I heard that was like one of the most exciting matches. So make sure you tune into that. Get onto the seasonal website and look for the casters and restreams, and definitely check that one out. But for now, we are live. Let me just save you guys the pain. I'm going to just jump in one of these squads. So allow me a moment to find, because I was designated a squad, and I got to go find him. Okay. So I was told I can join this squad. All righty. All right. So spawning in, I'll switch scenes momentarily, so you guys, I don't want to bore you with the admin cam. It's really not that sexy. There we go. Round and round and round she goes. All right. So they're all geared up and ready to go. We're going to jump in. So we're going to switch up. Let's just jump into the live right now. So and here we are. About a minute 30. AA Network is our strong point, our midpoint. I like it because it allows for flanking on both east and west sides. And in terms of the others, the fourth points for both squads, Rue de la Gare is to the northeast, and Hugo's Farm is to the southwest. I mean, what a huge spread. This is going to bode well for tankers. Tankers are going to have a lot of room to flank and move around. They're not going to be pigeonholed to, like, you know, little tiny areas. They're going to be able to have freedom of movement. So anyway, we still got plenty of time. We've got Mr. Prokage. I'm going to get his name right. I said it right. Hopefully he'll remind me. I used to call him Prokage, just Prokage. We've got a supply truck with the commander, probably going to drop a garrison. And we've got guerrilla tactics and looks like Nozrin in the light. And this is the one I like to get behind. This is where basically the big push. I'm going to ping that. I'm going to try. There they are. That's the cavalry. So off the start, once again, I got to tell you guys, I am not a squad leader. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to give you any of those marks. Like, as a squad leader, one of the privileges is you get to see, you know, tank marks and commander marks. So we won't get any of that tonight. I think that's just a rule that WTH has come up with, that all casters will just be a regular, you know, player in a squad. And just so you guys know, competitive play, it's really critical to starts. I want to say yesterday's match, TL didn't have a really great start against the Polish PLCC squad. And it made things interesting. TL had to sweat a little bit in the beginning. So it's all about that beginning and getting off safely, getting your troops into battle. And it looks like TriRex has got a clean start, no artillery. Although we do hear some shots going off. And let's get the scoreboard up for you guys. Both teams arriving approximately right around the same time. The fight's going to be over the trenches and getting control of key buildings. Allies, slight advantage off the start. Lots and lots of carnage. 2 tanks, well, supply trucks, both went down. We've got the recon vehicle, the Stuart, excuse me, not Stuart, the Greyhound. And as we're watching this awesome opening, TriRex has slowly begun to work that strong point back in their favor. So now they're even. It's a flip right now. Who's going to take the mid? Try and find some tank play. It does appear the TriRex squad has the strong point, not in complete control, but they definitely have guys, definitely more guys in the strong point. But as you can see, a large contingency to the north of CSP guys, at least a full squad. So breaking in, how are these guys planning on getting? I think a lot of it's going to have to do with artillery. Can artillery get a couple key shells squad leaders can mark? Wow, great seesaw battle. Ooh, artillery, that just took out at least an entire squad. Man, artillery is so damn effective. That took the advantage that was starting to creep back in for the Allies and the CSP group to cap progress going back for TriRex. Amazing. That's Soap doing his job out there. Now, we do have a tank, I believe. We have a Panzer IV in a great position, suppressing all this infantry in the wheat field. Just lighten them up. Let's get this Omen of War, Anarchy, and Cami. Three. That's a whole crew, excuse me. Solid tankers. Mid cap is 75% and climbing for TriRex. I think CSP is going to need to find a new avenue of approach. The cornfield is not open. And they're forcing them into the artillery barrage, which you can see. So they're not allowing them in the strong point. They're hammering the west side, appears, or the north side, excuse me, of AA network with tank support in the south. So we're getting this thing queued up. It's about to go Axis 3-2. Get the scoreboard ready for you guys at home. It's almost official. Has it been official? Yeah, it's official. It's time to hit it. Oh yeah. 3-2. Hey, scoreboard, come on now, update. Scoreboard's taking its sweet old time updating. Keeps saying saving, but hey, this is live. We keep running with it. Well, ain't that something? Gotta love live. There it is. A little slow. Damn internets. Artillery continuing to pound. Now the question is, just like yesterday, when the flip happened, the defensive team needs to know we need to have back garrisons set up in the 3 and the 4 around Rue de la Gare. And that's what I'm interested in seeing what happens. We have BDSQ, excuse me. I think they're the probing element. They're trying to see what has been built on the back end for the Slavic Czech team. So at this point, again, this is the transition period. We're 10 minutes into the match. Defense is making sure they're building up back garrisons. They're putting down whatever barriers they need to put up, barbed wire, etc., protecting garrisons. So there's always a little bit of planning phase right after a cap. So I think that's what TriRex is doing. they recognize CSP was prepared for the flip. They're respecting. They're not just all out pushing. Although we do see a group right here with Jables as squad lead, Kill Switch, Muck Snapper, and No Soren. Now, are they holding and waiting to lift off? We'll find out. But we do definitely see, in the D5 column, we do see a squad trying to probe up and then hook around. Rue de la Gare is going to be tough. If they stack their tanks in the H and fire out, they're going to force a wide flank from TriRex. So let me just jump over there. Let me see what kind of armor, if we have any armor, for the allies. Okay, I'm not seeing much. I do see some, at least a full squad, maybe more, on the strong point itself. But not seeing much in the way of tanks at the moment. Is this a bombing run? Is this our first bombing run coming in after 10 minutes? It appears so. Now, this is a CSP bombing run on network. Now, can they follow this up with some infantry play? And I think this is the direction that they're trying to push from the trenches just south. Once again, looks like this is where majority of the fight is going down. If they can dig in, CSP here, and look, the tank, the Panzer IV that was here once holding the cornfield is no longer. So they do have a chance now. The window is slightly open for them to creep in and potentially hook around AA network from the west side. Now, do we have a Tiger. Great position for the Tiger. And let me tell you, infantry is not liking life right now. They are just trapped. And you can see shot after shot, HE round going into those trenches with artillery. Not a fun day right now if you're a CSP infantry. The ground and pound is having some real tough sledding ahead of them. Now, while that tank suppresses, you've got a nice group of TriRex players with Muck, Gorilla, and Hot Dog 7. These are the hit squad getting in behind. And they're slowly, you can see where we are right now. They pushed up their attack to now the 5-row. Defensively with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're almost at max garrisons. I like the spread around AA network. They've got one out wide as a satellite garrison just to kind of let them know, what kind of attack might be coming from the west side. And they've got a eastern garrison on Rue de la Gare, so they can instantly put cap pressure. We just saw it flash. So, and there is, like I said, that satellite has lit up red. Now, we're not sure if that's a recon or is that a full squad. We're not sure. But Fox and looks like George and Love are on defense on the west side of AA network. What we're going to do now, we're just going to slide over toward ping. We're going to see what we got, because right now Fox, Love, these guys right here, Pterodactyl, Mr. Prokage. Now, that something just got taken down. I'm not sure. Was that a garrison? Was that an enemy garrison for CSP? I'm not sure, but we've got a nice little squad. Well, we got 2 squad leaders in Jables and Prokage. So this is a little bit more than a probing effort. Obviously, when you're sitting there with a garrison and it's uncontested, it's not overrun, you're getting guys in. Now, the tanks, where are our tanks? I'm not seeing. I see a light tank with Omen and Anarch on the west side. I guess they're on back defense covering the west side of AA network, and they're content with letting the infantry work their way in. Okay, we do have supplies going down for Germans in the wheat field. Potential garrison looks like, oh, pardon me, we are Germans. So that's a preemptive garrison behind. Now, Mr. Goat, not sure if he sees, perhaps he is running toward the cornfield to take that supply drop from the Axis team out. But I'm so happy to see, even though artillery is just crushing right now, CSP is fighting and they're hanging in. They look like they're a very disciplined, organized team. We don't see too much lone wolfing, and we see a lot of coordination right now. We got guys sticking together, and teamwork, as we all know, is key in this game. So we do have looks like a line. This is kind of where I'm going to draw the line, right on the 4-5 row. A nice group of CSP guys defending forward. Very smart, not sitting on the strong point, but defending forward, denying your enemy the opportunity to walk into your cap. That's part of the reason why we're seeing the garrison just in a 5-row light up red. Now, we do have a very interesting squad leader in, I'm going to call him Faye. He's got his little pocket watch out. He's looking to hopefully get some of his mates into the cornfield. Now, he was spotted. I'm not sure by who, but he is no longer among the living. Oh. Back defense. Congrats to you, buddy. Sitting there, being patient, holding the back line. This game is the game within the game, just being disciplined and holding your areas. Very important, not only for the kills, but the intel. It's so valuable to squad leaders and commanders, knowing your flanks are covered, getting that intel. And we can see OP, no, better than an OP. How about a garrison? That's the garrison that they've been looking to challenge. CSP knows it's there. Ronin's got the rocket. He's just waiting. He's trying to wiggle his way around. Stick around with Ronin. I think Ronin might have a shot. He gets taken out. Pterodactyl. Nice work on the Guran. Now, he's trying to take down garrison. Nice job on the garrison. We're going to boom that up. Good job, CSP. That's a big... Ooh, and was that a shank? Did you just get shanked? Oh, sorry. I got hyped up there. Sorry, guys. Woo! That was a knife. We don't get to see them much. Man, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Takes out the garrison, gets the knife kill. That's one for the highlight reel. Now, with that being said, in spite of taking down that garrison and making potentially plays of the week, TriRex has started to make back cap progress on Rue de la Gare, 50%. Where are the blue dots? Hot Dog 7. Got McSlacker. Got Hammer Time, Brokage. Infantry looks like they're doing the job today, not relying on the tank too much, which is kind of strange because usually tanks lead the way, but not today, clearly. %75% climbing. This is panic. This is starting to get near the panic Might be another one going down for the TriRex squad. 95%. We're going to about call it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's official. Boom. There it is. Hit it, sweetheart. And 4-1. Hey, you updated. All right. Good job. So, 4-1. We got about 20 minutes into the game. Things are starting to get a little tough right now for CSP. There's a backup insurance airhead to, make sure secure the point. Now the commander, that's sneaky. Nice job. I would have done the same thing. Good job. Now it's about, okay, last point. Now, commander, part of doing his job is to get rid of all the garrisons so you can basically incrementally improve your position. So these garrisons that are around AA network need to come down. So you've got 5 garrisons around AA network. Now you need to pull these down, surround Rue de la Gare in garrisons, and just make sure you hold down your, with the area you just fought so hard to get. Now they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still not a bad spread, honestly. Their management of garrisons has been pretty solid. No complaints, honestly. I'm going to jump on with our tank. We've got a looks like a tiger coming up. I miss you. Where's the tiger at? There he is. He's right below me. So he's in here to just kind of hold the back line. They did see Rue de la Gare flash for a moment. So it looks like CSP is fully locked into that counter, and as you can see by at least the full squad is dedicated to making that happen, but more blue dots than orange dots, and looks like TriRex is winning those gunfights. Stucky's the only game in town over here. Trying to do what he can with his carbine. Takes down the squad leader in Jables, and we got another squad leader in Remarco. But down he goes. Not enough to make a dent, although great gunplay. And I'm just kind of half watching the action and just looking to see when this starts to flash, because that attacking garrison is going to be a problem unless they contest that and they can run that in a bombing run with some. Now artillery can't hit that, so it's going to come down to bringing the tanks up, and we'll just wait patiently. We'll see how long it takes to bring up tigers. At this point, TriRex is not in a hurry. They're more than content with just, solidifying their gains. Like I said, renewing garrisons, commander's doing his job, taking down old garrisons, using the remove garrison, and he'll just actually spawn on back garrisons, take them down. But right now, solid performance from the TriRex squad. Pretty much textbook. Textbook in terms of infantry. Infantry's just been pretty much lights out. And here we go. We got a garrison. That's the garrison. That's the attacking garrison we were talking about. Kilsich is on his own out here. Let's see what he can get done. Trying to get a peek around the corner through the smoke. Yeah, he's got a lot of orange in front of him. Yeah, pretty much the whole entire team is just down there waiting for you. But let's see if he can get this one kill. Gillette gets down by kill. Let's see, how long can Kill Switch keep this up? White Snake, or is that White Walker? Yeah, White Walker gets him. Now, Luke's is just looking to absolutely suppress any infantry coming up. Not in any kind of fear, because that's kind of ballsy to be out there. Unless there's some infantry. No, White Snake, or White Walker. Man, we get you. Wow. That just happened? Who got him? Oh, Muck and Soap. No, it might have been Soap. See, that's what you got to do, man. Protect all your tanks. Make sure their 6s are covered. So, just to give you an idea, what that looks is doing is suppressing all the infantry. Suppressing all the infantry and not allowing them to get out. And in the meantime, we're probably going to see a flank. Somebody's going to go deep dive somewhere. Perhaps an airhead, something to separate the defense. Maybe a supply drop going one direction, an airhead going the opposite direction, a bombing run. I mean, at this point, munitions are somewhat of an issue. Now, you guys can't see 170 on munitions. They are plus 90 across the board. Their fuel is at 10, so no tanks are coming up, and their manpower is at 29. So the commander is pretty much impotent at this point. He can't do anything. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. You know, nothing massive, but I think, you know, pretty much effective gameplay. Tank squad, where's the tank squads? Right here, 1,000. Pretty solid. Like I said, if you're at about 1,000 points and you're only 30 minutes into a match, that's about right, because you should average roughly 3,000 points, so they're right on target. Yep, I think this is where we're going to see most of our tight infighting. Rokage. No, that was a grenade. Might have been Jabel's grenade. Very tight. Teamwork. Look at this group right here. 4 guys. That's 4 guns. Get up a little higher. You know what? I think it looks like CSP might have gotten round. Now Schneider just got taken out on the back end. He was the backline defense. Now, if there was a squad leader, they can hook around, but I don't see anything in the way of an SL. So I don't think this push is going to be very effective. It's not going to get deep into La Rue Lagar. And what do we have out there? Long distance dedication, Cammy. On the binos, just seeing everything, calling it out, just waiting for little orange dots to pop up. We're going to follow this line of sight. I think they're trying to hit the radar tower. That's pretty much it. There's not a lot of targets at the moment. They might need to improve and come up. So, like we were saying earlier, the fuel situation with the Axis is a little tight. Not even a little tight. They don't have much. They can't spawn anything. So perhaps Cammy and the Tiger are planning on just staying in the back, letting the fuel regenerate some resources so they can get maybe a second Tiger and bring the 2 Tigers up together for the final push. And if I'm looking at the line for CSP, they're a little bit spread, but at least they're clustered. There's a nice gathering of them. I mean, there's at least a full squad here working together. They are getting dropped. And is that another tank we have? Yeah, it is. We have a second Tiger. Oh my. Bunch of DKB guys. Lestat, Alanis, and Miglolos. Great line of sight. Look at that. HE rounds loaded up, and anytime people peek on these trenches, it's just like that. Another round of HE. You know, really just knowing your map awareness and positioning of tanks. So we're a little over 30 minutes into the match. 4-1 is your score. TriRex is in firm control at the moment. And I haven't really seen much in the way of allied armor. So we're just patiently waiting to see, man, if they can get a couple 76s up with this group of infantry here, they roll the 76 up and hopefully take out the Tiger that's in there shooting. Perhaps we could start talking, you know, Rue de la Gare, perhaps. But we can already see Tiger moving up. Squad lead, is that Puma? I don't even know at this point, once it gets beyond like Oscar. Now, that is an allied CSP bombing run. It's more of a panic defensive one. I'm not sure how effective that was. I think they were looking for the group that was right here by the glider. I don't think they took them out. But just to give you an idea, I think we're going to get over to ping. And just try and see. We got the Tiger. Uh-oh. Kubis! Be a hero! Ah. Yep. The dogs came out on a hunt looking. Again, you need more than just one infantry. That would have been a great play if you would have been able to pull that off. But I'm thinking we're starting to see flank from the northwest. We've got infantry coming right up from the south, heading north straight into the strong point. You can see the noose just closing. Back garrisons on AA network have been deleted. Good job for the commander on upgrading. This is what you do, and you can see the nice spread, a nice little, diamond spread of garrisons around Rue de la Gare. We've got airhead bombing run. I think we're about to see a GG. Now the Tigers, I think everything is going to start to come together. Here's timing. This group of guys better be in cover. And here it comes. We're seeing cap progress starting to work right now. Big bombing run. Doesn't take out everybody, but gets just enough to allow the party to start. Airhead dropping. This is for you, Pep. You see the blueprint, Pep? I was trying to get you on here today, Pep. You got probably a little bit busy. 50% cap. TriRex is about to close this out. Impressive fashion. A little over 30 minutes in, 35 minutes at the moment. Tiger, where are you at? Are you right below me? Oh no, we have an allied. What is that? A Greyhound. Well, he's not going to like that Tiger because they don't get along. They're definitely not friends. Now, something just fired long distance. Is that an AT gun or is that a tank? Uh-oh. I think this is... Man, he is just swerving and slippery as hell. He's just causing that Tiger all types of problems. Irregardless, 65, 75. Everybody's in the strong point. Nobody's taking these guys out. I'm calling this is a GG. Now, this is going to make for an interesting final. They did contest. Woo! Oh, hell, look at all this. Look at the carnage. My goodness. My ears. Oh, good Lord. My. I think that garrison has to be overrun at this point. Man, bodies hitting the floor everywhere. 5-0. We got no Sorens about to take it down. It's GG. 5-0 in about an hour, and there it is. Let's hit the scoreboard. Let's get it updated. 5-0. Awesome job. TriRex getting it done. Finishing out the second day of the first round of qualifiers to see who makes it to the main stage. So while we have a few minutes before, we've got some scores to go through. Again, short match. You're not going to have the gaudy numbers as if it had gone the full time, but you're definitely going to get an idea of who's putting up what numbers and who are the impact players, so that when teams looking to scout other teams, they're going to go back and check over, the numbers and who did what guys to look out for. So as soon as that pops up, there we go. But anyway, tough match for CSP. I thought they were. It looked like there were moments where they were holding. I think their infantry play is solid. Their tank play, I didn't really see much, so I don't even have a whole lot to comment on the tank play. And artillery, in the beginning, it was hard to say who was doing what. I think both sides were doing quite an effective job. I mean, that's why the mid took, a little bit longer than usual to go eventually to TriRex, but for the most part of the match, infantry or artillery for CSP was down. So when you take out two major components of this game, tank and artillery, it's a big ask for your infantry to hold points. So anyway, let's get out of here. Let's get back into the booth. So there we have it. Let's see if we can get somebody who might be interested in, like we did yesterday, get somebody to, give us a little interview. Let me hit Muck Snapper up. All right, let me give Muck a quick call. See if we can get him in here. Literally, the game just ended, so they might be celebrating. They might be popping champagne bottles and who knows.
Hey, give me your Switch link so I can give them.
Oh yeah, sure. Hey Muck, you're live. I got you on the. But yeah, sure, man. We'll get you that.
Ooh, live.
Yeah, you're live, brother. Congratulations. Great win, dude. How about I give you that link right after we finish? I won't hold you. I know you guys are excited about your win. Impressive fashion. I was just saying how combined arms was excellent. The artillery was on point. I loved the tank play, how you were holding the cornfield at AA and forcing the infantry to go into the artillery barrage, not really giving your opponent much of an option. So strategy was tight.
We've had some rough patches as a new alliance in the last couple of weeks, and that was flawless.
Yeah, you guys executed beautifully.
Yeah, it's really good having Kemi on that tank. He's so good about combined arms. DKB's holding it down as well in their tank. As far as the arty, we make sure our defense is good now. And yeah, we got our flops right. Solo piece, making sure we just kind of flip and flop, and that's why I got that last garrison up on the last point to cause a little pressure.
Yeah.
But I actually knew at the end of the game that the real problem was going to be that east hinge north of Rue. So I actually flipped over there, got a couple kills, got my OP east, protected the airhead. We took the game. It was a fucking. I'm sorry, it was amazing.
Yeah, you could drop it. It's fine. We're not PG.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be PG-13. You could be hype. You could be hype, man. Look, can I just say, Commander Sneezy, right, or Sneaky?
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just commenting on his management of back garrisons, how when you guys took the 4th point, how he had to take down everything that was around AA network, and he did that quickly, and you guys basically solidified that 4th spot reasonably quick, which gave you guys the impotence to go for that final cap. Anything surprise you about what CSP did, because I know the beginning, it was a little bit of a seesaw. It wasn't like right off the bat you guys had continuous cap pressure.
Right. Yeah, what surprised me is that their arty was actually very, very, very good. And I don't say surprised in any ill manner towards them. I just wasn't expecting them to have such good arty, and it was definitely a problem.
Yeah, I thought in the beginning.
Really yeah.
Yeah, Muck, can we talk a little bit artillery? Because I noticed it did kind of fade. And I don't know if you guys sent the dogs back there to take down artillery, but I think I want to say after the mid was capped by you guys, I didn't really see too much in the way of allied artillery. Am I correct or am I wrong on that? I mean, it could be.
I didn't get to really see it. I know that we had some of the best recon players we have, Rom and Riot. So I'm assuming they were there. I'd have to look at the map. Did you pull up some maps for me during the game, or?
Oh, of course I did.
Awesome, you're the best. So yeah, so I do want to see that. I know that on the last point when we had Rue, Rom was kind of working the front line, so maybe he got reset. But by then it was too late for Artie anyway. So yeah, I didn't feel like it was a big problem after midpoint at all.
Yeah, overall solid. Hey, you wanna shout any of your players out? Did you notice anybody doing some real like major work before we wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, first shout out is to Prokage, and this is just the players I've seen because, of course I had nerves and tunnel vision with the game, but Prokage did such a good job on his flop OPs, did exactly what I wanted him to make sure we could keep presence and create the line. Gorilla was on his stuff, really good call outs, Gorilla tactics, had a lot of good shots, a lot of good call outs. Sneaky, of course, is unbelievably good at the game. That man is just everywhere, and I'm just so happy to have him back.
Nice. Well, congratulations, man. Jesus. Anybody else?
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, real quick. Big shout out to, of course, the Badgers did well. They were on their sectors at DKB. So when we first started playing with DKB, we had to kind of get the synergy down. And those guys on defense, they're flopping forward fast. They're listening to the call. They're trusting us. And it's working out really nicely. So seriously, big shout out to DKB. I'm really happy with their progression as far as synergy goes with us. And yeah,
nice. So 1-0, you're in the winner's bracket. Really excited to see when they spin that the wheel of fate, I like to call it, who you guys play next week, because now this is like, next week coming up, whoever you play, these are the best 4 or 8 teams now that are left. So I'm excited to see, and hopefully I can get on a cast and get you guys one more time. So thanks for coming on, Muck. I know you got some things you want to do with your squad and probably review some things. So thanks for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, Darren, keep up the good work, man. I love you. And,
love, brother.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Awesome.
All right, happy Sunday, guys.
Congrats. So there it is, Muck Snapper from the GOF squad. Clinical work today. These guys were amazing. That's textbook. If you want to watch some. And he used some of the, flop. You guys can go back and review that. Just basically, kicking people out of squads and getting people cycled in. And the moment that OP goes up, you get guys in and you keep pushing that front line. You don't allow your defenders a moment to breathe. And I think that's what he's talking about. I think they did a great job. Anyway, for CSP, now it's coming up through the losers bracket. Best of luck to them. They're 0-1. They're going to fight a bunch of other 0-1s or one 0-1 team next week. Good luck to them. Hopefully they can prolong and potentially make it. This was a great learning opportunity for them, and back to the drawing board and improve and get better. So with that being said, HPL Gadarian, if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. Take care. Peace.